Hi, it's Mike B from Who Dares Rolls TV, and I'm here with your weekly dose of board game gonorrhea. Athlete's foot, flatulence, anal warts. It sounded cooler when I wrote that down. Anyway, here we are, and this is a new look, new sleeker. We're sleeker now. We're cooler now. We're like the hip with the cool kids. You're already fucking 10% cooler by just sitting there, watching this. So although you could sign up for Patreon and pay for the privilege to be this much fucking cooler. Just saying. Anyway, so yeah, there's a new look, new thing, very exciting, which led me to a meandering trip back down memory lane, which made me feel old and depressed because I actually looked. The site originally came live online back in 2013 is when Who Dares Rolls was birthed, mewling, covered in mucus, into this world. Fish babies smell lovely though. Once you wipe the shit off them. And then, so yeah, that's how we kick things off with that. And now looking back at it, it's embarrassing. It's like looking at your children's drawings. You go in and your 2-year-old scrawled what could be anything from a majestic fucking mutant cock to I don't know, a tangerine. But you sit there and go, oh, that's amazing. And so I look back at this kind of embarrassingly, like, oh, yeah, that's what my son drew. So anyway, there's that. Obviously, at some point, I reality struck, and I thought, well, that looks shit. So we upgraded eventually. I think about 3 or 4 years later, the now classic, I like to call it vintage, even Who Dares Rolls logo, which we all now know. So I felt it was time for a refresh, and I started looking into this, and I thought, you know what, I'll pay someone to do this, someone to brand me. Let's do that, fuck it, we've got millions of bucks rolling into the Who Dares Rolls coffers from. So anyway, we did that. I looked into how it looked on Fiverr, because I've had some stuff done for Fiverr before, and I've had a few graphic artists and stuff, some nice stuff, and started a conversation with them. And long story short, essentially is, it was easier to do it myself. And so here we are with the new look Who Dares Rolls, the sleeker new look. I don't want to put you off. We're now big budget. It's fine. I've meandered far too long with this intro, really, for no real reason. It's really not achieved anything, has it? It's just been this rambling, just nonsense. So we'll move on, I think, swiftly from that to some board game news. Here is the news. So, FFG have been teasing us over the last, it feels like probably about 2 years. It may not be that long. They've been dropping jigsaw puzzle pieces off of Picture, which has been lovely. It's everyone kind of about 2 days into this whole sort of slow reveal. Everyone was like, yes, the board game, it's the BSG reprint. Yeah, we had name, we had thing. But basically, FFG has more leaks than a particularly leaky thing that sunk about 5 weeks ago. Probably like the ship in this thing. So anyway, yes, they've been slowly revealing this thing, and we've all been going, oh gosh, what could it be? And shock horror, it was revealed today. Which is, that's pretty fucking dope. I think we can agree on that. So yeah, it is, shockingly, it is the BSG remake. Now, it's not called Atlantica, which I thought it was, well, that was the leak had said. It is called Unfathomable. They picked a word I can't say. Unfathomable. It doesn't roll off your tongue, does it? I feel like it's not really... feel like I'm kind of diving a nun. You just kind of unfathomable. Oh, that was quite good. Unfathomable. Unfathomable. There's two mumbles in there. Unfathomable. I'm Battlestar Tentacle is what I will call it. Anyway, so yeah, Battlestar Tentacle in its unofficial thing named Unfathomable. Maybe. It is BSG with a Cthulhu polish, as we expected, and that's kind of it. FFG have been on a bit of a sort of redesign. I don't know whether they've lost designers or the art design directors or anything else, but they seem to have they did Descent, that did the thing that people were like, ooh. So this seems, again, graphic design's kind of been fiddled around with here. And they've got the cards, they're showing the card backs. Some of it looks quite cool. I'm not so keen on the cards here, these cards, the action cards or the mission cards or whatever. The crisis cards, I think they were crisis cards. They kind of look a bit blank, sort of blank. Whereas, some other FFG, I mean, even the Battlestar original cards were kind of a little bit more going on there. I don't know whether I like the less is more design aesthetic. Anyway, so it is BSG. It is a Lovecraftian vibed Arkham Files series of games. It's on the cruise liner, and you're being pursued by giant squid creatures, and you're slowly being turned into fish people. In principle, I covered it in the other video I did last week. Yes, I get how it could work. I will wait and see. I'm not sold yet. As a curio, I'm interested, though the RRP on this bad boy is about $80, which seems excessive. So there we go. There's that. We shall watch with bated and see how that pans out. Don't know. Kind of vaguely interested. Then Portal made an announcement, which was nice. So Portal, Ignatius put out a quick announcement for their Dune licensed game. It's the first licensed game, as far as I'm aware, from Portal Games. I'm saying that now. I'm just going to say that. It may not be true. Too late. It's out there. So yeah, their first licensed game is Dune, House of Secrets, based on the Denis Villeneuve. Why these names? Why can't we just have Bob Pants made that film? That would be easier for me. Fucking Unfathomable and Denis Villeneuve. Oh, it's not on. It's annoying. Just some of us can't talk. We're morons. Just think of us. Anyway, House of Secrets. It is kind of uses the base omelette of a detective. It's kind of base of the game, and it's lavering on gravies and stuff of Dune into this lovely souffle of Dune-ness. But yeah, House of Secrets looks kind of cool. Detective we really like. Well, I say I really like. Detective Jamie doesn't like it very much. I haven't finished all of it. I need to play the new one. Just saying, Jamie Cock. So we need to get into that. Play a bit of that. Quite like that. I'm on about the other thing, the Russian thing. I am aware that I haven't said the name of that, and now I'm sat here going, I don't remember the name of it. It's really awkward. It's in a bag behind me. Vienna Connection. That was what I was thinking. Yes, Detective Vienna Connection, the Cold War set version of Detective. I've gone off the beaten track again. Anyway, that, yes. House of Secrets, Dune. Lovely detective. Oh, yes. Ooh, baby time making. Lovely game. So, yeah, we'll see how that turns out. It is coming out at Essen this year. We're presuming Essen's happening. So if Essen happens, this will happen. Pre-orders will go up on Portal's site in July. Lovely. They sometimes offer some little tweaks and little shinies for you pre-ordering chaps and chapesses. And so there you go. There is that option you have there for stuff. Jolly good. All part of the service. So what have we played? What has Mike played? Well, I've played a bunch of stuff. I played some Kemet, which is nice. Dudes on the Map. Egyptian Gods, kind of cool. Had a recent reprint, Blood and Sand, I think it was titled, subtitles there. But big Dudes on the Map game. Very kind of cool in that you've all got these worker placement-y actions on your board for your powers that you use on the board. Some fog of war type effects of battles with these cards. Everyone has the same set, but you playing out at different times, what you want to do. It's kind of cool. It's neat. It's a bit of a table hog. But quite a cool game. I really enjoyed getting back into Kemet. It has a Kingmaker problem. The issue is, and I picked up Kemet Tar Ceti, I believe. Anyway, Tar Ceti adds some modules and stuff, but it also has a different end game scoring, which I've not tried yet. It did again fall into the trap when we played it the other day, is that it came down to a kingmaker situation, is that you're all kind of at the similar point level once someone dings over those points is, and it's very much a case of an action that a player will make at that point in the game will usually possibly take out the current leader, but in so will open up the lead to the person behind that. So it does turn into a little bit of them, well, I can either let you win or I can let you win sometimes. That's kind of what happened in the game. I don't know if the new end game scoring fixes that. I still like Kemet, and no, it doesn't always happen. And I like big monsters, Egyptian gods and stargates, and some dubious use of white power in there that I believe has been removed from the later printing, the newer printing. Lots of cool little mechanisms and stuff buzzing away. You got that, what dudes on a map. Everyone's like really close. Wherever you are on the map, you're next to someone. You can get fight everywhere. It's literally like having a knife fight in an elevator when there's 4 doors on the elevator. Everyone, you could just, I got fucking stabbed in the back. It's just constant. Once it does kick off, it's this kind of just, anyone of conflict averse, stay away, because it is all about the conflict. And it's kind of cool, sort of just this escalation of your powers you're building by buying the tiles and stuff, and then, I'm becoming this, and then you can, Anyway, very cool. Like Kemet, good, and played for ages, really nice to play. Tony hadn't played it. He did terribly, but he enjoyed himself. Then we played Tapestry straight after that, a bit of Tapestry. Which is always nice. I do like a bit of Tapestry. Everyone else was fine. That Tony had a complete mare. And I think that was mainly because he wasn't really playing to the strengths of his civilization. Especially when I looked at his player board later on, I was like, why did you not do this? But yeah, it's kind of an engine builder game. That's really what it is. It is generating this engine, and you kind of, it's just this sort of, I don't know about it. It's something about the design of this game when you play it. I get that kind of little bit of game crack buzz off of it. And I've played quite a few times now, and I really enjoy it. It is uneven, it is unbalanced, but that's all the charm I think it has. You know, who's more interesting? The boring uncle who always turns up on time, or the other one that may turn up probably drunk with a prostitute? Who knows what's going to happen? We want that, and Tapestry is that drunken, prostitute banging uncle that other games aren't. But it's not a Civ game. But hey, fuck it. If you're banging prostitutes with your uncle, you don't need any Civ. That's what I say. Yes, and then I went down to Borden City. It's our local board gaming cafe, establishment of cafe-ish of board games. And we played, there was me, Russ, I think John was one of the other guys. And then I'm going to say Egbert, because I can't remember. A bit of that lately, and I really kind of, I'm liking it. So we played more Dune Imperium. Good game. I didn't win. I came close. Really quite tight. A couple of people hadn't played it before. There was a rule, actually, regarding the banners on fights that I'd missed in the rule book. We'd been getting it wrong. So that's probably why I haven't reviewed it yet. But yes, it's kind of cool. I really enjoyed Dune Imperium. It is. I won't go dive deeply into it. There is a forthcoming video whereupon I am going to be doing a clash of the Dune games. The current 2. The third one has now fucked that up, but we will carry on regardless, because I filmed a chunk of this. God damn you, Nuxie, and your stupid plans of releasing games. I will put this out. Anyway, Dune Imperium and the GF9 reprint of Dune. I will give you my feelings in regards to both of those in a grudge match. A slap down for the ages. Cool. Anyway, Dune Imperium. Played that again. Very nice. As we were talking of things of ancient history and things being old, like us, me, I was brought to light of this delightful thing. It's Warlock Firetop Mountain. It is now its 40th birthday, I believe it is celebrating this year. Oh, that smells good. This is my original copy of the Warlock of Firetop Mountain that I had all those many years ago when I was in secondary school. And this was quite the thing to have at the time. This is a well-thumbed edition of this said game. We've even written inside there is my class and my old address. There we go, class 3R. Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it? But yeah, it's very yellowed now. And if I remember rightly, the actual page of the fighting was pretty much completely, yes, the adventure sheet here is got a hole in it. It's been rubbed out so many times. in the many fights that took place in there. But there we are, the original Warlock of Firetop Mountain. This is one of my secret heirlooms. I just remember, and it smells lovely. This has got 40 years worth of sweaty, all sorts of stuff in there going on. It's lovely, isn't it? There's a lovely sheen and finish on it. Obviously, this is available in much finer printings now. This is the original printing of it, and it is mine. I own very few like them, but I particularly like this one. If you've never played the Fighting Fantasy books, I strongly suggest give them a pop. Some of them are very good. City of Thieves was wonderful. On our podcast when it was running, we were doing Choose Your Own Adventures. We did City of Thieves and stuff. Ended terribly. But yes, lovely. Warlock of Firetop Mountain. What else? I covered the post. Something coming in the post today. I received this. Don't Get Got, the Shut Up and Sit Down edition of this. I'm weak. I saw this was coming out. I had the Shut Up and Sit Down version of Monica's, and I really liked it because it anglicised what was Monica's, which was okay in word, but there was Americanisms in them. It was nice to get that very English version of it. And Shut Up and Sit Down are very English, as we all are. Anyway, yes, I kind of dig some of their humour. They're quite amusing sometimes. So they did this. Don't Get Got, if you've never played it or unaware of it, is a game where you're given a little booklet and you get missions in there that you've got to get to achieve, that either getting other people to do it. It can be played over a period of time, either at a party or even potentially over a days or even a week. Potentially you could set a time limit on there. They did versions in there that were specific for game nights, so that sounds quite interesting. If you can do a game night and have a game night going on, but also a game of Don't Get Got, it's kind of cool. Quinn's explained it much better than me in the promo video for this fine nuclear tangerine box. So yeah, it was a good deal. It wasn't very much. Also, we got all the original Don't Get Got. It's going to mess with someone because it's not in order. Haha. But all the original Don't Get Got cards. So it was for basically the price of Don't Get Got. You got Don't Get Got and more Don't Get Got. With Shut Up and Sit Down Got. Gone on too long, really. I'm not being paid for this. Anyway, that's, I presume, coming to a retailer soon. I would guess. I would imagine they would do that, wouldn't they? That turned up anyway. Very nice. So that turned up anyway, which was nice. And there we go. So there we go. There is the first of our new look Who Dares Rolls episodes, which is obviously clearly much improved from our usual nonsense. This is now much more high production values and looks cooler, and it's I think we've bloody well knocked this one out of the park, frankly. It's just fucking nailed it. I think at that point it's a mic drop situation. I don't have a mic.